In this video, we will discuss about frequency response analysis of a system. What is meant by frequency response? So we have studied in time domain analysis regarding the transient response and the steady state response. So frequency response of a system is defined as the steady state response of the system to a sinusoidal input signal. So the output of a linear time invariant system to a sinusoidal input signal is also sinusoidal with the same frequency as that of the input, but the magnitude and phase of the output signal will differ from those of the input sinusoidal signal. So we'll see what is the output of a system when you have applied the input which is sinusoidal. So we'll consider the system which is having the open loop transfer function as G of S. So, and the input signal which is R of t, which is given by A sine omega naught t, where omega naught is the angular frequency. It's the angular frequency. Now, the response C of t is R of t multiplied with the transfer function. That means you have a system with transfer function G of S for which you have applied a signal which is R of t. We need to obtain what is C of t. So R of t multiplied by G of S will give you what is C of t. So for the frequency domain analysis, we consider this G of S as G of j omega obtained by substituting S is equal to j omega. So in this, we take omega equal to omega naught, that is the angular frequency. Therefore, G of S becomes G of j omega naught. So if we write in terms of magnitude and phase angle of the system, then this can be written as magnitude of j omega naught and angle of G of j omega naught. So we can express G of j omega naught in terms of magnitude, and this is phase angle. Phase angle. Now we need to obtain C of t, which is R of t into G of j omega naught. So we can substitute R of t is A into sine omega naught into t, where A is the amplitude, into magnitude of G of j omega naught, magnitude of G of j omega naught into its phase angle. So we will obtain the amplitude of the output signal by multiplying the amplitude of the input signal and the magnitude of G of j omega at omega equal to omega naught. So the amplitude of the output signal is A into magnitude of G of j omega naught. This is the magnitude of output, magnitude of the output, and the phase angle of the output signal is obtained by multiplying the phase angle of the input sinusoidal signal and that of G of j omega, that is sine, it's not multiplying, sorry, it's by adding sine omega naught t plus angle G of j omega naught. This is the phase angle. So the angular frequency omega naught, it can be expressed as omega naught is equal to 2 pi f naught. So we have our response C of t is equal to magnitude of the output signal, which differs from the magnitude of the input signal. Likewise, phase angle of the output signal also differs from the phase angle of the input signal. So the response of a linear time system for a sinusoidal input signal is also sinusoidal, but its magnitude and phase angle differs. Next, we'll see the advantages of frequency response analysis. So first thing is, it is most reliable. Reliable because the sinusoidal test signal for various range of frequencies and amplitudes are easily available. So experimental determination of the frequency response becomes easy. Second thing is regarding graphical plots. So we have seen that G of j omega can be expressed in terms of its magnitude and phase angle. So as we consider omega to vary from 0 to infinity, omega is the angular frequency. So if omega is varied from 0 to infinity and we plot magnitude and phase angle plots, we can get an insight into the analysis and design as well as the stability of the control systems. And it is very easy to visualize the effects of noise as well as parameter variations. Moreover, the transient response of a system can also be obtained from its frequency response, and it can be extended to a certain linear time invariant systems. And the absolute and relative stability of a closed loop system can be estimated by having the knowledge of the open loop frequency response. So these are the few advantages of frequency response analysis. Next, we will see the limitations of frequency response analysis. First limitation is it is applicable only to a linear system. You cannot apply it for a non-linear system. And for systems with larger time constant, the response is difficult. That is, to the frequency response analysis becomes difficult for a system having larger time constants, and it is time consuming. You need to go for magnitude analysis, you need to go for phase plot analysis, and the frequency response overall is time consuming as compared to your time domain analysis. So these are the advantages and limitations of frequency response analysis. Thank you for watching this video.